it is Graham here, still living the dream in 2019 in the beautiful, gorgeous Sandals Grande Antigua. Sadly, all good things must come to an end. So in this vlog, follow Fiona and I as we travel back to Liv'n from the fantastic paradise resort that is Sandals Grande Antigua. In this video, join Fiona and I as we enjoy what's left of our Sandals Grande Antigua vacation during October 2019. As usual, first thing in the morning you would have found us eating breakfast at the Bayside. Our challenge this year was keeping a room because Sandals continuously refused, not considering their European customers who have got an overnight flight and therefore are checking out late in the afternoon. We were therefore left with no option but to head back to room and start packing based on the fact that we would be checking out at 11 AM and then having to hang around the resort for 5 hours until we were picked up by the taxi to take us back to the airport. Sandals admitted that they had a corporate group coming in from the United States who would be taking over the entire Sunset Bluff complex. Thank goodness we were here this week and not next. And this is where I want to give out a massive thanks to Alex from the Soon Come Back office, because it was Alex that stepped in on our behalf and finally got us a room to spend the next 5 hours in so that we could enjoy the rest of our day here at Sandals, have a shower and then check out feeling fresh, ready for our overnight flight back to London. In saying that, 2 days earlier Alex had persuaded me out of another 10 grand, committing Fiona and I to Sandals Ochi in Jamaica during August 2020 and back here to Sandals Grande Antigua in October 2020. This room was one of Sandals' lower grade rooms, but I have to admit I was really impressed. It was great and I wouldn't have minded staying in this room myself for the last 7 days and 7 nights. Anyway, it was all that Fiona and I required to allow us to enjoy the rest of our day here at Sandals before checking out later on in the afternoon. I think it was around 4 PM. So Fiona and I headed back to the quiet swim-up bar to enjoy a cocktail and relax ahead of our 8-hour transatlantic flight. Time moves so fast when you don't want it to, and here we are, Fiona and I, feeling as depressed as we looked here, getting ready to get on the bus, heading back to the airport for that long journey back to Glasgow. The Sandals staff did sing the goodbye song, but unfortunately my camera developed a problem. Sorry guys. If you're wondering where Donna and Michael are, well, Sandals had arranged a private transfer for them back to the airport. This was Sandals saying sorry to Donna and Michael for the way they were treated a week ago when they arrived at Sandals Grande Antigua. As I said in part 1 of this Antigua 19 series, Antigua VC Bird International Airport is an extremely clean and modern terminal. Fiona and I headed straight to the Club Word check-in area where we met some fantastically friendly, excellent British Airways staff. They managed to change Fiona's and my seating so that we were beside each other on the 8-hour journey back to London. However, they were unable to check us in for our flight from London Gatwick up to Glasgow. I'd been trying to do this for the last 7 days, unsuccessfully. There was clearly a problem, and at this stage we had no idea what that was, other than the flight looked extremely full and even overbooked. Anyway, with Fiona and I checked in, our bags on their way to the aircraft, it was time for Fiona and I to head upstairs to passport control and security before heading to the lounge. And through security it was time to find Michael and Donna, but oh no, there's another one of those Colombian Emerald stores, and guess what? Yep, they're in there. I've rapidly come to the conclusion during this holiday that Fiona and Donna were magpie sisters in a previous life, driven googly-eyed to anything that sparkles. I had thought that my American Express card and I had got off lightly during this holiday, but yeah, that was to end today when Fiona's Christmas present was purchased. And there you go, folks, two happy little magpies. Right, time to go to the lounge, because I definitely need a beer after that purchase. BA simply use the executive lounge at the far right hand corner of Antigua Airport. You share this lounge with all business and first class passengers, so it is going to get very busy ahead of a 777 departing for London. However, this particular lounge had a massive bonus, and that was an outside deck, a plane spotter's heaven. What else could I ask for while waiting to board the flight back to London? I had access to beer, fantastic meatballs, and the smell of Jet A fuel.
But I know what you've been through. I guess you're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply. It's like that.
And here is our British Airways Boeing 777-200ER just arrived from St Kitts, ready to take us off to London in just over 40 minutes time.
Is it even too fine? There are tunes from me, when your memories will slide my.
And I just had time to watch this late ATR head to Trinidad and Tobago via Castries in St Lucia.
Why do you always think it's not right? We don't fight, but I know what you've been through. But I know what you've been through.
It was finally time to leave the lounge en route to the aircraft.
But I know what you've been through. Day or night. Why do you always think it's not right? We don't fight, but I know what you've been through. I guess you're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply. It's like that. You're just gonna walk into my room. I hate how you assume. And I could walk for days, searching for your place. But is it even there to find? There are tunes from me, when your memories. Will I slowly lose my mind?
Teasing us with first class again, it was time for Fiona and I to head back to business class and seats 15H and K. Fiona got her BA jammies on because we were planning to sleep on this flight back to London. I did no vlogging, but because it was so dark outside, there was probably no point anyway. You rejoin us somewhere over Brighton on the south coast of England on approach to runway 26 left at London Gatwick. Our plan this morning was to get through passport control, collect our bags and then head to the British Airways check-in desk to see what was wrong and if we could get our flight to Glasgow. The flight was overbooked, but there was no problem getting seats. Donna and Michael got an upgrade to Club Europe and Fiona and I were somewhere down the back around 17 or 19. Our focus now was to get to the hotel, get into bed in our cabin and have a few hours sleep before we boarded a flight back to Glasgow. We first used the hotel at Gatwick South Terminal last year en route back from Grenada, and it was a great way to kill the 5 or 6 hours we had between landing in Gatwick and leaving again for Glasgow. Rested, showered, fed and watered at Witherspoons. At Gatwick South Terminal, it was time for Fiona and I to board the Airbus bound for Glasgow. Fiona and I have a laugh to ourselves when we can see thousands of wind turbines, because that can only mean one thing, that we're near South Lanarkshire and home. And this is where we bring Antigua 19 Part 3 to a close. In the next video, I plan to do a resort and room tour, the two most popular videos that we ever produce when we visit Sandals in the Caribbean. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and remember to follow Fiona and I on Facebook at Liv'n the Dream page. Thanks for watching.